We are live. Amen. Gracious and grateful and thankful to God are we again for another wonderful, blessed opportunity to be able to look to God, to trust Him for everything. God is the sustainer of life. Those of you who are coming in, come on in. I'm going to I'm on a different medium this morning, and that means that it's going to be a little bit uh, difficult for me to see you, but God is the difficult for me to see you, but amen. Come on in, come on in. I Derek and Samita, Linda Chester, Belinda, blessings and favor and increase. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I got one of these newfangled cars, and if you leave something in the back seat, it blows the horn about 6 times to let you know that you've left something. Make sure you ain't left a child behind. So that's pretty good. Mary Johnson, Carol Davis, Tiffany Booker, Georgia Eccleston, blessings to you. There's Michelle checking in, as she does quite often. Thank you so much, Michelle. Amen. For sharing. And we give God praise, honor, and glory. Tressa checking in with the bishop this morning, with the bishops this morning. And we give God praise and glory. Our quest this morning, thank you so much, all of those of you who are coming in. I am trying to do several things this morning. Sandra and Mary Williams and all of those of you, amen, who are coming in and who are already a part. You are the reason. No, it's no baby in the back. No, Derek, ain't no babies in the back. It just keep blowing. Stephanie Clark, blessings and favor and increase. Blessings to you all. I want to talk this morning and share with you what I believe will be helpful from the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 15 and verse 10. But by the grace of God, I am what I am. I'm going to let Bishop get us started this morning because I can go in on that. By the grace of God, I am what I am. If I told you my story, if I let you know exactly where I came from and what I've come through to get here, I want to make sure that everybody's clear on it. I'm here by the grace of God. Go ahead, Bishop.
Amen. Well, Bishop Elect Michael Shinn. Hey, and to everybody that's on the line. When we talk about grace, I started reflecting back to the first time I found or heard the definition of grace. And I remember my God's redemption at Christ's expense, undeserved favor, and didn't understand it at the time. My God, back at where we came from, and where we are, we can certainly say, were it not for the love of God, we wouldn't be here today. And so we want to try and share with you today, as we look at grace, look at where you are in, and know that it's not an accident. It didn't happen stand that you got here, but rather when you take the opportunity to reflect, and I'm talking about inward reflection, you begin to understand that you really don't deserve to be where you are. But by the
but by
grace
the
of
grace
God,
of God,
you
you
are
are
who you
who
are.
you are.
I am
I
so
am so
grateful,
grateful,
man,
man,
that we
that
are
we are
wonderfully
wonderfully
blessed, created
created
in His
in His
image.
image.
And one
And
of
one
the things
of the things
I
that
like
I like
when I
when I
looked at
looked
this
at this
text,
text,
it
it
started out in
started out in
verse 10 with,
10 with,
but.
but.
Now,
Now,
whenever you
whenever
see
you see
but in the
but in the
scripture, it
scripture, it
pays you to
pays you
go
to
back
go back
and
and
read what
read what
happened
happened
before the
before
but.
the but.
And let me
And let
just
me
for
just
a
for
moment,
a moment,
in
in
verse
verse
9,
9,
it
it
says, "For
says,
I
For I
am the
am the
least of
least
the
of the
apostles,
apostles,
who
who
am
am not
worthy
worthy
to be
to be
called
called
an
an
apostle,
apostle,
because I
because I
persecuted the
persecuted the
church of
church
God,
of God.
no matter
No
what
matter
we
what
have
we
done
have
it,
done it,
but the
but
grace
the
of
grace
God,
of God,
I
I
am
am
who I
who
am."
I am.
Come on in,
Come on
sir.
in, sir. Amen. And when when I take that and drink of it on a daily basis, recognizing that there's nothing that I've said or done. It's no place that I've gone. It's no it's no it's no church or denomination, nor your bishop, apostle, pastor, teacher, prophet, whoever it is. It's the grace of God, and that grace. I get choked up when I think about grace. Looked beyond all of my faults and saw my need. Grace picked me out of all the people He could have picked out, and you are part of that crowd. Everyone who's on the line, everyone who will listen throughout the circumference of the day, you are part of that crowd that is making it possible for somebody else to see God at work. Uh, and so I want to tell you, God's grace, God's amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. I was blind, but now I see. And so when we think about the grace of God covering our lives, it gives to us the power and the strength and the mobility and the activity to keep going forward because His grace has covered us. Let me say this too, Bishop, while we're there. A lot of tragedies, a lot of things have happened that could have disturbed our thinking, could have left us in a deficit as it has to do with our ability to mentally bounce back and to spiritually advance. But the grace of God, I listen sometimes at the things that people have encountered and gone through, and I am floored by the fact that we are still standing. We're still able to function. We're still able to go forward. But I recognize when I look back, I recognize it was not in our own strength. It was not in our own abilities. It was not by our own doing, but it was the grace of God. His grace woke me up this morning. His grace started me on my way. His grace and His mercy is keeping me right now. I have not done, nor have we been able to do anything that is deserving of what has been afforded us. And I don't know about nobody else. I really am not overly concerned about whether you give Him praise, honor, and glory for the grace of your life, but I make it intentional every day to thank Him for the grace that He has showered this old boy with. Amen. Go ahead, Bishop.
Bishop Elect,
Bishop,
let me
like,
take
let's
a
take
minute to
a minute
share
to
this.
share this.
As many of you
As
know,
many
I'm
of
a
you know,
letter
I'm a
carrier
letter
for the
carrier for
U.S.
U.S.
Post.
Post.
And
And
this young
this young
special
special
girl
girl
named
named
And
And
on
on
last
last
week,
week,
her
her
mother
mother
gave
made
me
me
a
a
mailbox
mailbox
and
and
shared with
shared
me
with me
the night
the
before
night
they
before they
almost
almost
lost
lost
Addie.
Addie.
Addie,
Addie,
because
because
her
her
special
special
needs had
needs had
smaller
smaller
uh,
uh,
wind
wind,
power. And
and
through
grew
about
about
2
2
a.m. in the
a.m. in the
morning,
morning.
her
Her
brother,
brother,
just
just
a
a
years
years
older,
older,
wakes up,
wakes up,
hears her
hears her
struggling to
to
breathe,
breathe.
woke up,
Woke,
shook her,
shook her,
called for his
called for
parents.
his parents.
They came
They
in,
came in,
paramedics had to
paramedics
come
had to come
to
to
Evanston,
Evanston,
where they were
where they
able
were
to
able to
get her
get
back
her
in.
back in.
Yesterday, I saw
Yesterday, I saw
my brother,
brother,
but
but
it
it
was such a
was such
joy.
a
But
joy. But her,
while
while
sharing the
sharing the story,
I said,
I said,
we have
we have
angels
angels
that
that
cover and
cover
watch,
and watch,
and it
and
was
it
by
was
the
by
grace
the
of
grace
God
of God
that your
that your
son
son
was
was
alerted
alerted
to
to
hear.
hear.
He
He
said,
said,
but you don't
but you don't
understand.
understand.
When my
When
boy
my
goes,
boy goes,
it takes
it
us
takes us
effort
effort
up.
up.
And she
And she
says, you are
says, you are
so right.
so right.
God's grace,
God's grace.
and now
And now
tears
tears
start
start
flowing
flowing
around.
around.
And
And
so
so
it's by
it's
the
by the
grace of
grace of
God
God
that
that
people
people
share
share
things
things with
and you
you, and
come
you
in
come in
contact
contact
with
with.
people. Don't you
Don't you
hide
hide
from what it
from
is
what it is
God.
God.
Don't
Don't
you
you
go
go
mute
mute
when you
when you
understand
understand
that
that
only
only
reason
reason
you're
you
still
still
here
here
is
is
because
because
while you
while
were
you were
texting and
texting,
driving,
driving,
that
that
the
the
angel of the
angel of the
Lord
Lord
guided that
guided that
wheel
wheel
back in
back in
line,
time,
or you would
or
have
you
been
would
in
have
a
been in a
head-on
head on
accident.
accident.
The grace
The
of
grace
God
of God
is
is
undeserved,
undeserved,
yet
yet
then I
then
am
I am
so
so
grateful
grateful
and
and
humbled
humbled
every
every time
time we
we
see the
see
day.
the day.
I yield the
I
mic.
yield the mic. Amen. But listen to this. Don't take advantage of the grace. See, be sure that you refrain from taking advantage of what is called the grace of God. See, because some folks can misuse and abuse a gift that has been given them. And we have to make sure that just because grace is active, that we don't overextend ourselves and put ourselves in various places that we don't need to be. Amen. Shall we continue in sin that grace may abound? God forbid. So I want to say to somebody this morning, listen, and I want to tell you, why you trying to be so smart and why you trying to be so hard on somebody else, the same grace that carry you is the same grace that's going to carry them. Don't forget from which you have come. Amen. He has brought us a mighty long way. No, he hadn't brought us a mighty long. He brought us all the way. Wherever we are, whatever we got going on. If grace can't cover it, it can't be covered, baby. I love you with the love of God. Y'all have been tremendous today. Thank you for all of our listeners, to all of the persons who take time on a Friday to come in and to share. I know many of you are on different mediums and different platforms or whatever you call them. I don't know all of the descriptions and the names, but I do know how to use them. I thank God for each one of you, and I want to share this morning with you that you are deserving of the grace of God. You may be behind prison walls. You may be in the hospital. You may be convalescing. You may be in a bad stage and place in your mind and in your heart. But I want to tell you, grace has been afforded you. Take advantage of the grace of God. But don't take advantage of just using grace to do things and then know that God's covering you. If you're texting and driving, cut it out. Amen. God bless you. I love you. Thank you, Bishop, for always being there for me and being a part. We're going to expand this thing, and we're going to get us a real stage, and we're going to do us a whole, what do you call it, a podcast, and really get some people out to talk about various things and get this thing going. See what we can do with it. Pray for our minds to be able to elevate to the next level and to do some things. Love you much. Thank you so much for all of those of you who are sharing. You know, I want to say happy birthday to some people. Give me just a second. Bishop, go ahead and say something. Let me see if I can find out whose birthday it is today.
It's September. And we're looking forward to another outstanding week. This Sunday morning, 9-8 at 371 7th Avenue in Scottsdale, Georgia. The chapel going to be rocking this Sunday morning. Man, God in a series been talking about maximizing potential. And you won't let me go with it because I think too many of us have been holding out on that God has been pull out of it. Looking forward to another day and you see it. Rise up.
What's that? Rise up. I love it, Doc. I love it. Amen. Looking for God to bless tremendous. Stan Lewis's birthday is today, and we want to wish him a happy birthday. I want to wish happy birthday to the cousin to Rodney McDaniel. We're wishing you a happy birthday today, and we're just trusting God. Amen. My update on my birthdays look like I have the same ones that I had yesterday, and so I'm mighty afraid. I'll go back now. Amen. And just want to say happy birthday to all of those of you who are sharing a birthday. Got to get out of here. Thank you. I go your girl, Michelle. Amen. Thank you. Have a great day. Love you. Be good to everybody you come in contact with. Whatever you do, be good to yourself. Self-love is the best love. If you don't love yourself, sure can't love nobody else. I love you because you first loved me. And Bishop would say, and ain't nothing you can do about it. I got it. Y'all have a great day. Love you. Bye-bye.